All right, what's up, everybody? Frankie V in the house, breaking down some Jets free agency. We're 3 days in, and the first 2 days were an utter disaster. When I talk about this fan base was off the wall, that is an understatement. There was going to be a civil war out here amongst Jet fans. I've never seen anything like this. Seriously, it was really bad. It was down and grimy. Fans are getting at each other's necks on Twitter Spaces, calling into radio shows, cursing hosts out. It was an utter disaster. Now, why was it a disaster? If you don't know, the Jets, we have Super Bowl aspirations with Aaron Rodgers here. The 40-year-old who tore his Achilles 4 plays into the season last year is coming back. And we need to do something in free agency with this offense specifically to help protect Aaron Rodgers. So we have guys like Tyron Smith, Robert Hunt, Jonah Jackson, Mike Onwenu. We got to sign one of them, right? No, we don't. We don't have to sign any of them. Although Tyron Smith is technically still available, it doesn't seem like the Jets will sign him. But we end up signing John Simpson. Okay, John Simpson. All right. A lot of Jet fans didn't even know who John Simpson was. John Simpson, left guard, played on the Ravens last year, played all 19 games, by the way. Really good run blocker. Not so good at pass blocking. Whatever, it is what it is. Weird signing, but a good one, I would say. An average signing. Then we get the backup quarterback. We get Tyrod Taylor, the guy that backed up Daniel Jones last year and also got hurt. So Jet fans are like, well, we're protecting Aaron Rodgers if he gets hurt, but this guy could get hurt. On top of that, we're paying him $18 million for 2 years. We're paying a backup quarterback $9 million per, and he doesn't fit the Nate Hackett backup mold necessarily. He doesn't fit that quarterback mold that Nate Hackett likes, that West Coast offense style. It is what it is. Then we get Javon Kinlaw, and things got really interesting. Well, that's before or after Leaky Fotu. Or leaky faucet, or leaked photos. And then we follow it up with the Javon Kinlaw news and the amount of money, and you're like, what in the hell is going on? You pay Javon Kinlaw $7.25 million with 6.91 of those guaranteed? So you guarantee Javon Kinlaw $7 million? Really? Not only that, Bryce Huff left. We're not doing anything at safety. We brought back Chuck Clark. But whatever, Jordan Whitehead's now gone. And you're kind of thinking, what is this team really doing? Is this the way? Does this team really expect to be in Super Bowl or bust mode with this roster? But something happened today. Something very interesting happened. We made a move that changes the dynamic of everything, I think, and changes this entire offseason. Why do I say that? Let me explain. By us trading with Joe D's old team in the Baltimore Ravens for our former right tackle, who we should have never let go, Morgan Moses. By us trading for Morgan Moses, our 112th overall pick, fourth rounder, for their fourth rounder at 134, and we gave them a sixth at 218, or 218th overall, we got ourselves an above average right tackle. And then you start thinking about it. Then you start the puzzle starts coming together. Because, when you make a puzzle, not that I know the hell to put a puzzle together or do anything with a puzzle. My sister likes puzzles. I have no freaking idea how to do anything with a puzzle. But then when you put one of the pieces there and then you put another, now I know where to go. Now I'm kind of seeing how this whole thing comes together. That is exactly what the Morgan Moses move was. Morgan Moses gives you an above-average starting caliber right tackle who blocked, like John Simpson on the same team, left guard, blocked for the MVP last year in Lamar Jackson. Morgan Moses fills up a spot at right tackle. And then when you think, oh, shit, AVT's coming back. He could play right guard. John Simpson's your left guard, and our center is Joe Tippmann, who had a pretty good season his rookie year. Oh, my God. We just need a left tackle now. And that makes the 10th pick so much more interesting for us and gives us so much more flexibility in what we can do on draft day. Because on draft day with that 10th overall pick, we don't need to get a tackle. I want a tackle. I want Alt or Fashanu. Flip a coin. However, you can get a receiver if Malik Neighbors drops. You can get Brock Bowers if you want to upgrade the tight end room. You can trade back. How about that? How about that? You trade back, you might get a late second, and you might be able to pick up a receiver, and maybe you can get a Latham or a Fatanu and see if they can maybe play left tackle. We're going to bring in David Bakhtiari. You know Big Box coming here. You know him and Aaron are going to be going down to the ping pong lounge. What the hell's it called downtown? You know, they're going to be going down there and they're going to be drinking beers together and talking about their ayahuasca trips. So what you do in this situation is at 10, you can do whatever you want. If you don't get the right tackle in this free agency, it was the most important move we made by far, outside of re-signing Zerloin and bringing back Morstead. Morgan Moses gives you the ultimate piece for you to be able to do whatever you want with the rest of the puzzle. If you want to get a receiver, you can then bring in Bakhtiari and see if you could run that. Not the best thing in the world because Bakhtiari's got an injury history, but you can do it. That's the point. Because Morgan Moses is at right tackle, you can, and what I would do is draft Olu Fashanu, get your franchise left tackle potentially, and your line is set. Then you're free to do whatever the hell you want. You can play around in the late rounds and not worry about the offensive line being a liability like it was last year. This offensive line was not good last year. With Morgan Moses and AVT coming back, this offensive line is good right now. And we have to fill one hole with the 10th overall pick. And potentially this Bakhtiari fella who might come on over and want to play with his buddy. So right now, the Jets are in a much better spot on day 3 than we were after day 1 and day 2. It's night and day. That's what it is. Quick thoughts with Frankie V of U Stadium. I'm going to be on a live stream this week. Shout outs to everyone that came on the Twitter live stream the other day. We hit 20,000 people, so that was cool. But yeah, it's a much better day to be a Jets fan today than it was 2 days ago. Later.